So this video is actually very well long overdue. So welcome everyone who is new to watching, my page. This is like this is so long overdue. I did record this video, a similar video to this, what I'm about to bring to the table, a few months ago when I was done publishing my book. And I decided, you know what, it's about time that I finally review my own or introduce the book properly to my YouTube channel and to the rest of my social media, so this is it. I finished my book on the day of San Miguel in 2018, last year. When I finished it, I was very happy because I was like, for like months, the spirits had been wanting me to finally write a book. And I finally took it upon myself to write the book. So this is it. This is the front cover of it. And I think it's about time that I finally introduce the book to everyone and talk a little bit about it. Because I never really did that. Plus my experiences as an author and everything like that. So I really do encourage every bruja, brujo, curandero, curandera, who is following ancient practices to definitely leave a legacy behind. A lot of our people are dying and taking this to the graves, taking this information with them to the graves. A lot of our people, are losing it, being forced converted into Christianity or Islam or just leaving the religion entirely. And they don't leave anything of our roots behind. So, I felt like it was important to leave a legacy behind, so I decided to write a book. Especially when I got confirmation from my spirits, and literally like in 3 days they were just bombarding me with so much information when I was writing the book. Until finally on the day of San Miguel, I had completed this book. So now to introduce it to you guys, here in the front cover, I wanted to give homage to all the main spirits that I had written in the book or introduced in the book, but in the back was supposed to be the rest of them, but I couldn't because I thought about it and I was like, you know what, if I just do this drawing, a lot of people don't really see the Loa as this, like they don't recognize them as this. They recognize them, in many different ways, and the most common ways is in their Catholic counterparts. So in the back of the book, I did introduce that to allow everyone to recognize, oh, okay, now I see what they're talking about. Like this is a book about the 21 divisions featuring Anaïsa Pie and Belie Belkan and Papalegba. So in the front then, I introduced Anaïsa, Belie Belkan, Metresilio, Gumbaleño, Candelo Sedife, and Dambala, of course. So when we dig into the book, I made sure to feature a lot of information that is not out there. A lot of information that only servidores de misterio know. This book is actually supposed to be both an educational book for everyone, and when I say everyone, I mean all ages, I mean all religions, I mean, servidores and non-servidores alike. And I'm gonna just feature really quickly the title. Oh, well, this is the title, this is the front, featuring the Ogun Veve. And so in the content page, which this is what it looks like, in the content page, what's featured in the book is chapter 1. Well, we have a preface, which is a really quick overview of the book. Chapter 1, by the way, in the preface, a lot of people have told me that they've gotten goosebumps, they've cried, they've reflected, they lived through the preface, which a lot of it was also involving my history, and journey through the 21 divisions. Now, by chapters, there is chapter 1 about the 21 divisions, chapter 2, the Loa and Orisha and their relationship, chapter 3, the Loa and God, chapter 4, the godparents, chapter 5, the Cuadro Espiritual, chapter 6, initiations and ceremonies, chapter 7, la sociedad or la societe and the congregation, Chapter 8, the ancestors. Chapter 9, what is a Loa? Chapter 10, common misunderstandings. Chapter 11, spiritual discipline. Chapter 12, the 21 divisions. And then lastly, after the chapters, I included terms commonly used, recommended readings and resources for like if you want to expand your knowledge more, especially for, you know, some of the information that I had to provide was from, you know, I involved, you know, psychology, I involved conversations on, you know, African history, so I definitely had to credit where I got my information from, and there you can find it on page 236 in recommended readings and resources. Or actually it's now, because I edited the book, I just remembered it's gonna be in, hold on, because I have two editions. I have the first and the second edition with me because I wanted to keep one, and I just remembered that. Oh, just remembered that on the second edition it's a lot longer. Probably this is probably it. Yes, this has to be it. Right, so in the second edition, terms commonly used would be in page 299. And then recommended readings and resources, 303, recommended botanicas. I included charities and works for the island's progress and acknowledgements, you know, and all of that is in here. So when you get to chapter 12, which is like the bulk of the book, you're gonna find there, here it is, you're gonna find there, you know, the entire 21 divisions. What every division is used for, as well as what they're recognized as in the 21 divisions by the servidores. You will find, you know, the fun teachings, the root teachings of, you know, voodoo, as told by the Arara to us. You'll find the loas. You're gonna find in here, I mean, understanding every loa's character. I made sure for the second edition, which the first one didn't include, which was the other one that I had. They look the same. They literally look the same. It's just that I only have one more copy of the first edition, and that one is no longer in print because the second edition is a lot more expensive. Excuse me. So the second edition actually holds, the editions was, I added sacred numbers and the day of services that we give to the spirits. Yeah, that's pretty much all. But basically, when it comes to every single loa, you will learn, you know, the experience needed. If you need any experience working with a loa, you can find here the synchronized saint or the synchronized Catholic saint to every loa. You will find the loa's counterpart in their description. You will find also the feast day that we celebrate the loa in, the day of service, sacred numbers synchronized with the loa, as well as colors, offerings, their principle, their sacred items, their common petitions or petitions that a lot of servidores go to the loa for, as well as their prayers and final notes. So with that being said, I just wanted to keep it really, really short. This is the size of the book. It's very, very large. For a lot of people wondering, you know, why the book is selling for $49.99. I am going to be having a sale and drop it down $10 really, really soon. Especially to introduce the New Year's to anyone that is part of the 21 divisions or wishes to work with the 21 divisions or is a servidor. But it's a fairly large book, 310 pages, so, you know, the price is right. You know, it's not something that you can read in one day. It's a very, very thick, you know, book, as you can see. It is an 8x11, so yeah, you got yourself a lot to read with this book here. Okay, guys, so I'm just gonna read the back, what I included, and I'll leave you all to it. So from the perspective of a servidor in the 21 divisions, I give you the 21 divisions handbook. Inside you will find many topics never openly brought about from our religion, from the origins of our religion, initiations, God, common misunderstandings, and some of the most beloved loa or misterios in the 21 divisions, bringing to you an in-depth look into understanding the practice from one servitor's life. I know that this is the first step in uniting the people back to their indigenous spiritualities and roots after years of being taught to hate it. From the darkness comes the light. Luz y progreso, ahí bobo y gracia la misericordia. So, I love you all. I'm so thankful for everyone that watched this. I am going to link below or keep in the description box because I don't know too much about YouTube. But I will be keeping my the publishers that I used in case anybody wants to write, you know, in the future. I am going to also include the link to that publisher's website where my book is selling. as well as other social media accounts where you guys can find me. Okay? So, Lucy Progreso, guys, have a good day.